Hello guys, it's Dale here. In this video, I'll talk about order flow basics. I'll show you what is order flow and how it can help you in your trading. Now, order flow is a software which works as a visualization of the market. It's not a magic indicator that would tell you what exactly to do and what to trade. It is simply a visualization of what's going on in the market, and it enables you to look inside every candle. So what you see before you, there are two charts. We are looking at 5-minute time frames here, but that doesn't really matter. We are looking at Euro futures on both charts. The chart on the left is a price action chart. Chart on the right is order flow chart. Now the left chart is only showing us price and time. The chart on the right is also showing us volumes. Now those are called footprints. As you can see, those footprints are basically candles with volumes printed on the left and right side, right? So for example, this huge footprint right here, that's this huge candle. But only the order flow is showing us exactly how the volumes were distributed throughout that candle. And this is exactly what gives us the edge when trading with order flow, right? Because we can see what the big institutions who move and manipulate the markets are doing. We can track their volumes, and we see that on the order flow chart. But more on that later. So what the order flow is showing us in each footprint is all executed orders. So if you look, for example, in this footprint, you can see orders executed at this price level in here, number of lots executed at this price level in here, and so on, right? And it's important to remember that those are executed orders, right? Those are not pending orders. Those are real trading intentions. Those are real trades that actually got traded in the market. And that's important because those are showing us the real intentions. All right, so those are executed orders. And as I was saying, this is what gives us the advantage because you can't simply see that in the price action chart, right? On the price action chart, you only see whether the price is going up or down, nothing more. But order flow gives your trading sort of third dimension, all right? Now, there are actually two settings how you can view the order flow chart. This one, which you see on your screen now, is not what I prefer. So let me show you what I actually prefer. Let me switch it over to bar mode. If you switch it like this, then the order flow is more colored and it looks like this. This is what I prefer because it makes it easier to read what's actually going on. And it's because of two reasons. The first one is that the cells where the volumes were heavy are a bit darker. You can see it, for example, in here, right? Those are darker than, for example, in here, right? So it immediately shows you where the big money was traded, right? So in here it was around this price level. Also, this setting tells us right away who was more aggressive within each cell, whether aggressive buyers or aggressive sellers. So for example, in here, all those cells are in green, which means that in here, buyers were more aggressive, right? That's why all this is green, right? So that's why I prefer this kind of order flow chart, because it gives you the important info right away the second you look at it, all right? I know that right now this may look like a matrix, very hard to read, but believe me, it's not. You just need a little bit of practice. If I had to give you one tip to start with, is that you look at the heaviest volumes, the heaviest numbers. So, you know what, let me go full screen with this and give you an example. I'll scroll back a bit and let's focus on this zone. This is the price level where huge volumes were traded. 253 lots in here. right? If you compare it with the rest, then you can tell that 253 is way above the average. So this is unusually huge volumes, right? And this is what you want to track with order flow, right? Because huge volumes means big trading institutions were active there, right? So this is the one thing, the most important thing I would say when trading with order flow. So what I'll do is I'll print a line there, okay? I'll print a line to that price level where those massive volumes were traded. Move forward a bit and see how price reacted to that zone. See, the price made a pullback to that level, and here that was a pullback and a reaction to it. All right, this is the reaction to those massive volumes. So that's why I'm saying the rule number one with order flow trading is track the huge volumes. And this colored setting definitely helps you with finding those. What you can actually do with my software is switch a chart like this, and in here it also stands out very nicely, as you can see in here, right? 273 contracts were traded at this price level, and boom, a beautiful reaction to it. But let me now switch back to this chart style, because there's still one thing that I didn't explain yet, and I think is very important. So I'll zoom in a bit. Let's focus on just one footprint, all right? For example, this one. This is footprint of one candle, and as you can see, at each cell there are two numbers. Numbers on bid, that's the left side, bid, and the number on the right side. The right side is called ask. Now, because this video is only sort of an introduction video to order flow, I don't really want to make this too complicated, so I'll just stick to the surface and tell you that bid is aggressive sellers and ask is aggressive buyers. So ask is buyers, bid is sellers, aggressive buyers and aggressive sellers, I should say. All right, so if you look at this footprint, for example, then in here, 162 contracts were aggressive sellers, right? On the other hand, in here, we see 139 aggressive buyers at this price level. As I was saying, there is a little bit more to this. It's a little bit more complicated because of limit orders, which mess this a little bit up. But because this video is meant to be sort of introduction video to order flow, I won't address it here, but I'll show you where to find a video where I talk more in detail about this, and also where I show you some basic order flow trading strategies. So if you go to my website, which is trader-dale.com, and if you go here to videos, then you can find an order flow webinar here. So let me scroll down a bit and let me find it for you. Okay, in here on page 3, there is the order flow webinar. And in this webinar, I explain everything a bit more in depth, and I also show you a couple of order flow trading strategies. All right, so check it out. And if you are interested in getting the order flow software and learning how to trade with it, then what you want to do is go here, trading course and tools. It will take you to this page. If you scroll down a bit, then you can get my custom-made order flow software here. It comes with extensive order flow video course, and also with my custom-made volume profile indicator, which very nicely works and complements the order flow indicator. All right, so this is where you can get the order flow software. There's a video which you can watch that will show you everything that's included in the order flow pack in detail, so check it out. And if you have any questions, then in here there is a quick chat window, so feel free to use it and we will be happy to help. All right. Now, if you are wondering how to get all this running, how to install the indicator, the platform, connect to data and all that jazz, then don't worry. We have a dedicated support, which means that my tech assistant will connect to your computer. he will install the platform, connect you to data, install the Oriflow software, load up my personal Oriflow workspaces, and this will give you sort of a jump start, so you don't need to worry about all that, and you can focus on learning how to trade with Oriflow and on your Oriflow trading. Alright, so that's about the video. I hope you guys found it useful, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you in some next video, or if you decide to join our Oriflow course, then I'll see you in the members area. So see you next time, and until then, happy trading.